Welcome back to the channel, TrainStation2. Alright, got first in the fifth competition made possible by Go Trains. So let me share with you the start of the competitions as usual. Start late and of course gather lots of the raw materials as much as possible in store, and then make sure your factory goes round the clock. Right now, of course, now we're going to collect all the EP head starts. That is really something that's really important at the start of every single competitions, and I'm going to share with you right now the amount of EPs we collected is 255. You can see all the way we propel ourselves up to the first spot. So again, you can see Pixel is really smart. I would say you probably can read what you have in your inventory stocks. So that's my suspicion, because every time they are spot on, and they've been selecting items that we rarely have it, and making life really difficult, because imagine all 4 deliverables are event items. So you can imagine the amount of raw materials you're going to stock up and the amount of event finished products you have to store. So it's really tough, and quantities are not tiny. Probably post 100% completion likewise is something that would be worsened off in terms of quantity. So this is something you got to talk about. Anyways, no much worries about that if you already fulfill your targets of getting the 2 legendaries. If not, just aim for what you really want and get it. So it's just going to work for one last time before the end of the long events, and get a good break when the mini events comes about. Just concentrate on your regions. All right, so for me right now, trying my best here to manufacture as many TV sets as possible to fulfill this very huge quantity request. Likewise, the train types restrictions is not there. That is also coincides with the high quantity. So if there are or there is a high number of so-called restrictions, the quantity being asked for is normally smaller compared to the ones that have no restrictions. So it's compensating factor that they put in place to make you feel better. So that's how it's been working so far. But quite demanding in my purview. Like I said, ask for 4 different types of manufactured products is not easy, and with that, I think most players struggles, and that could also be a reason why I managed to win, because many people don't bother at this last point of basically the 5th and the 6th competitions. So if you're still fighting really hard, you will face with another set of competitors, not the ones that I mentioned earlier that doesn't really bother, but the ones that have been storing up all the amount of gems and whatever they have, and they're going to unleash it at the last 2 competition, or the last 3 competition in fact. So they're really struggling because they need just a bit more of the event coins, and that is also why it's so difficult to win. Sometimes you think about it in the last few competitions, but for me, with the help of the 2 gold trains, it makes my life so much easier. But I must say, it was really a tough fight. As you can see, the second spot is just about 100 over EP short of winning first place. So quite lucky in that context. And in the progress of my personal achievement, we head up to top 5%. So definitely going to spend my hard-earned event coins into parts, and I'm really lucky we got good number of rare and of course the most precious gold parts, and I'm going to use up the balance if possible later on in the next competition to buy even more parts if possible. So in terms of that reward of top 5% or whatnot, will only be given at the end of the competition. You'll be wondering why you have not been receiving any of the rewards from there, because that's the last bit. And if you calculate, you just probably depending on that to attain 1,000 event coins. That may be a possibility as well. So hopefully you get what you wanted. So that is that for this whole competition, and I think you're going to have a good rest before the next one starts. Goodbye.